Join Bev Lazar, spiritual mentor, Reiki master, psychic medium, with Shelly Greenlaw, doula, yogi, and intuitive energy healer. Two sisters walking the path of spirit to share their experience and advice in all things energy, intuition, and beyond. The Empath Sisters.
Hi, and welcome back to the Empath Sisters. You're hanging out with Shelly and Bev.
Hello. Why we always
And
laugh after that, I don't know, but we
yeah,
do.
we do that, don't we?
It's like we're here and we're
Yeah,
so excited.
and we are excited. However, we're kind of we're just thinking like we don't know exactly what we want to like chat about. So we thought today we would just chat. And then whatever comes up, we're going to chat about. And
Yep.
I wanted to mention last episode, I couldn't really talk much because I ended up having a really bad, um, I would, I don't know, it was like a toothache or like jaw ache. I'm not quite sure, but it
There was
was,
something going on.
yeah. And it was so painful. I literally couldn't like move my jaw. So,
Yeah.
um, I was like, Bev, you're gonna have to take over.
Yeah.
So I really
It kind of
appreciated
even
you doing that.
started. Yeah, it kind of started when I was there at your place.
Hmm.
Started having a little bit of tooth kind of jaw, mouth pain. Um, and then had to get that looked at. And then Shelly kind of dealt with that, I think, the whole week.
Yeah.
And you were at a retreat, like a little kind of
Yes.
weekend retreat. And so
Yeah.
when we were podcasting, she was like, I'm done. I've been
Yeah.
moving my mouth all day.
Yeah.
And so her mouth was quite sore.
It
And
was.
so yeah, so you didn't hear a whole lot from her last time. You'll probably get to hear a little bit more from her, of course, today in this episode. So did you want to share a little bit of your experience about the retreat that you went to? And where
Sure.
was it?
It was here in Sherwood Park. It was put on by a friend of mine,
Mm,
and it was the Saturday and Sunday, and it was all about just really like uh, I don't even know what would I would use for a word, but like more about, just having some fun, connecting with yourself. And there was a lot of laughter and we did a lot of connecting. Like she made us do like a lot of things where we were, interacting with a lot of, you know, kind of like with her, but like with other people, like doing kind of like those, um, what would they be called? Like when you go to somewhere and they're like, introduce yourself and,
oh, like
tell
an
you about,
icebreaker?
yeah, kind of like icebreakers, but they were like throughout the whole time where we were getting all like to know each other, right? So,
Yeah, just a lot of
um,
interacting.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And, we did a little bit of breath work. We did some Nidra. We also had cacao ceremony. Um,
Nice.
yeah,
I think
and
you
it
said there
was,
was like um they had like a hot and cold
oh yeah, yeah,
plunge
there
as
was a
well.
hot and cold, cold and hot plunge. I did not do that.
Didn't
um,
participate.
no, I didn't.
No.
And the only reason why I didn't participate was because I wasn't sure what it would be like for the hot tub part, because
Right.
I do have to make sure that any hot tubs and stuff that are like at a home or a place, that it has to be grounded, and we weren't quite sure
Right.
if it was, and so I didn't want to take the risk of doing that. So there was no really point in me doing a cold and not getting into a
Yeah.
hot. So I was like, I
for
better
sure.
not.
Well, even the
So
contrast of the heat, I mean, on your heart sometimes could probably, I have no idea, create some kind of a spike possibly of just that
yeah,
intensity,
I
depending on
I
how
would,
cold it
yeah,
was.
I think, well, the weather was great outside. Like it was actually really beautiful weekend. However, I think personally, I think the cold water would have probably gave me more of a like a shock factor because I was watching them
Right.
go in and I was like, oh, they're all like,
Yeah.
and so
Can't breathe.
yeah, and so my friend was doing like that breath work with them and just getting them to breathe and
Oh,
tried to get them to stay in there for at least 30 seconds and
nice.
or was it longer? I can't remember. It was something like 30 seconds to a minute. And yeah, and then they got out and went into the hot tub and they were like, oh, that feels so good. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I think if I wouldn't have had, because I have done them before in the past without a device. So if I wouldn't have had a device, I definitely would have done it because I have done it before
Yeah.
and it's a lot of fun. But being with that, I was feeling a little nah. And my mouth
Yeah.
wasn't great that weekend either. And it
Yeah.
just, yeah. But it was a great it was a good time for me to have like that um yeah, just really like coming back into myself as well because like it is fall and I really needed to just feel to like get ready for winter really, that
Hmm.
changing of fall and season and getting back into routine. And
Yeah.
yeah, I it was really good. And like one thing that I really enjoyed was, like I said, a lot of the connecting with other people and um, just with the stuff that we did. One of them was to, bring a show and tell. And I was so like, oh my gosh. And like, me, I can't make decisions.
Hmm.
And so she was like, it can be anything. And I'm like, yeah, but my anything can be anything. Like I have a lot
Hmm.
I could should do for
Hard for
show
you to
and
make that
tell.
decision. Yeah.
Yeah. So I literally made my decision. I'm not kidding. Like 5 minutes before I ran out the door.
Hmm.
And I just shared them, an experience that I had with, getting signs from dad. And it was just so nice
Nice.
to have something different to share, right?
Yeah.
And where there's other people and there's nothing wrong with them bringing what they brought. I just um it's not that I didn't have anything that was special to me, but that was special to me. So that's what I brought was
Hmm.
some things to
Nice.
share about dad and yeah, it was
What
just it
was
was
the retreat called?
boy.
Like, did she call it like a wellness
Yeah, it
retreat
was
or
I believe it was called Soulful. I think it was Soulful, I think.
kind of like a soulful retreat?
Yeah,
So yeah, a lot
it
of like
was yeah,
a
I'm
little bit
trying to
spiritual
remember.
flair,
Hmm.
connection,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like there
grounding.
was a little bit
Yeah,
of
nice.
movement, right? And so it
Oh,
was,
nice.
yeah, it was really good. Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed myself. And then, like I said, yeah,
Awesome.
at the end of that day when we were going to pod, I just couldn't talk.
No, her mouth was sore. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, but yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
and
So
then
Shelly had the retreat and
mhm, yep,
then you headed out this way.
I did. Yes.
Well,
Well,
first to Manitoba,
yeah, I was going to
really.
say first it was to
Hmm.
Manitoba because it was Thanksgiving and we got to visit our daughter and son-in-law and our three grandchildren. So it was really good. Well, we stayed there for like quite a few days and the weather there was beautiful. We had a great time with them. We took them, for
Nice.
walks and took them swimming and, did all the grandparent things. And
Oh,
yeah, it was
yeah.
a lot of fun. So, and then after we did that,
It's
we ended up
awesome.
at your place.
Yeah. And Shelly was hanging out at my place. Well, you and Dwayne, but yeah,
Yeah.
Shelly was hanging out all week. I
Yep.
stayed for a whole week.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did a bunch of things.
Hmm.
Some days I was working, some days I wasn't working.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was just all over the place. No real rhyme or reason as to like why we were getting together, but it was nice to have Shelly come and have some company and spend some time together. And we
Hmm.
did get to visit our grandma, of course. So that was really
Yes.
awesome. We were looking for things to do. So we ended up going to bingo one night, which we haven't done for ever and
Yeah.
ever. I honestly couldn't remember the last time I ever played it. I know Shelly was saying earlier when she was here that they play bingo with her mother-in-law when they go out east every year, you know,
Mhm.
each time that they do go out there. Sorry, I was going to say every year, but I don't know if you go every year.
No,
And so I was like, we should do that. And we did. And it
yeah,
was stressful.
it was. Oh
It
my
was
God.
so stressful. And it was like not even a lot of people. It wasn't because it was the venue and there was a lot of people and it was all
No,
that. It was just, it was just like everybody else were pros
right.
and we were not.
Well, it felt
And so
like
that
it
was
felt
why
like
it was overwhelming.
it felt like speed bingo at first. Oh my Lord. Like the girl just kept going
So,
and going. She was like, under the bee, blah, 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 and we're all like,
yeah. Yeah. You felt like you're at an auction, but yet you're playing bingo and you're trying to keep up and it's going so fast and you're like, oh my gosh. And my son was sweating through the whole thing. He was like, I was just sweating. It's so stressful. Oh my gosh. But everybody was so lovely there. Everybody was helping
yes,
us. And I think they all felt sorry for us, to be honest,
yeah,
as
as newbies.
as newbies, which is so funny because I'm usually the one that like I like to help other people. So it was just weird that we're all just sitting there and all these people are helping us. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well,
So yeah, it was a blast though.
it was, and like it wasn't any other like any kind of bingo that I've ever been to. So I was lost myself. I was
No.
like, I don't even know what's going on. I was
I have
trying to
never been
figure
to
it
bingo
out.
like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
wild to me. But it was really cool because on our usually when Shelly and I are spending time together, our dad typically comes around or you know, we
yeah,
always get something going on. And the whole
yes,
time she's at my place, my my connection in my vehicle wasn't working with my phone the
yeah.
whole time. And literally she leaves Sunday morning and I'm driving to work Sunday morning and it works. And I'm like, of course. So it's like, I was like, didn't even realize. I just thought, well, I'll just plug it in and charge it. And it was working. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's
No
working.
way.
Yeah, way.
After I kept
Yeah,
thinking that it was
yep.
not working. I tried
It wasn't
everything. I
the
was like
whole week.
plugging everything, and I was like, it's got to be your port.
Yep. Nope. I had left it in there. I plugged my phone in just to charge it and it worked all. And then by the time I got to work, I was like, hey, it's working. Didn't even realize. And I'm like thinking in my mind, I'm like, of course it is because Kelly's gone now and it's just fine. So yeah. Oh my gosh, it was so ridiculous. But anyway, so we're on our way to bingo as well. And I think we were about a block or two away from getting there. And I just had looked over and there was a car right beside us and the license plate said daddy.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right. I forgot
was like,
about that.
oh, yeah, it was so awesome. I was like, thanks, Dad. And then when we got to bingo,
Yeah.
and we went to go and get our cards, and then they were like, nope, just go sit down, put your hand up, they'll come and serve you. And I was like, okay. And we were going to the only table that was left in the back far corner.
Hmm.
And as we were walking there, there was one lady sitting by herself, and across from her was an empty chair, and under that chair was a dime. And I was like, it's like, okay, cool. Thanks, Dad, for showing up. So that was kind of cool. Not that we
Yeah.
got any winning luck, but
No.
that's fine.
Which is, I'm a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, because I saw triple eights twice, and I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
win, but I did
Yeah.
not.
And she didn't.
No.
We maybe we could have if we knew what we were doing or could keep up. It's
That's true.
possible.
That is possible.
But
It's possible. But at the same time, I look at it like it doesn't always mean money. It always does mean like an
totally.
abundance and everything else, right? And we
Yeah,
did have an abundance of fun and we had abundance
we
of,
did.
laughter. So I took,
Definitely.
yeah, I took that with, that to heart.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna
Yeah,
say, oh, we were having abundance at life.
we were.
It was
Yeah.
just, it was so fun. And
Yeah. And
what
then
else did we do? I went
and I
for
got to go.
tattoos.
Oh, yeah, right. Tattoos. Sorry, I was going to say something else.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
no, that's fine. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
some tattoos that week too. It was
Yep.
an intense week.
It
Super
was.
full moon. It was
Oh,
intense. There was a lot of energy. It was like headaches,
with
tired. Oh
migraines
my
and
gosh.
yeah,
Shelly was having migraines.
did
had
not
headache
feel
every single
well.
day.
I
Then
was
you didn't feel
nauseous.
good.
Yeah.
My daughter didn't feel good,
Yeah.
but just so like energetic. It wasn't even like
Mm,
it didn't manifest into anything. So
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
Oh, it was.
It was really
Oh,
weird week. So
it
probably not
really
a great
was.
week to go play bingo either, but oh well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then yeah, got the
Yeah.
tattoos. It was
Yeah.
also approaching my mother-in-law's 2-year
Mhm.
passing. So
Yeah.
it was a lot of energy that
It
week. But
was. Yeah, it was. I
yeah.
forgot. I also went to your Friday night intuition
Mm-hmm.
circle and
Yes.
nobody knew that I was coming except for one person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was quite
It's
a
a big surprise.
surprise.
Yeah. And she kind of sat like behind the door a little bit. So
Yeah.
as all my previous students that were joining us that evening had come in and were like, and some didn't even actually know who you were,
No. Yeah.
that were newer, that
Yeah.
didn't don't know about the Empath Sisters.
Right.
And but it was so cute because I think most of you know Janessa, and she's with, oh my gosh, I always
Isn't
say
it
it wrong.
Cosmo?
It's Cosmic
Cosmic.
Body Massage, I want to say Cosmic something. I'm so bad, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Here.
Like, I gotta
I was just gonna say
look
I
it
can
up.
look it
This is
up.
so terrible of me. Cosmic Energy Massage.
There you
That's what it
go.
is. And she's one of my OGs, is what I always call her. I'm like, Jess is one of my OGs, my original students from way back.
Hmm.
And I've had the privilege of being a part of her journey from the beginning. So it's been amazing. So she came and was just so excited that Shelly was there. She was like, oh my gosh, I feel like there's this like
She's like a
celebrities are in the
celebrity.
room. It was so cute. Oh my God, she was
Yeah.
making Shelly's face turn red. It
Yep.
was so cute. Then she
Yep.
asked Shelly for her autograph. She
Yeah.
pulled out
She's
her
like, can
journal,
I
was
have
like,
your autograph? And I was like, are you for real?
and she's like, okay, no, just
I'm
kidding.
just kidding.
Yeah. But then she asked you again later at the end of
Yeah,
the night and
she
then said
did.
she was kidding again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was so awesome. Yeah,
Oh, it was so,
so good. It was a wonderful Friday night,
it
hanging
was.
out with students, and everybody got to play.
Yeah.
Some people practiced some mediumship and
Hmm.
had some messages coming through, and oh,
Yeah.
it was just was so fun. It was so cool that I got to have Shelly there. I was like, "You can come because you're here." She's
Yeah.
like, "Okay, I can stay home." I'm like, "No, you're coming." So yeah, it
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. We did
It was.
oh, I feel like we just did a whole bunch of things, but wasn't,
Yeah, we did.
I don't
Well,
know, it
we
just kind of
did.
was like spread out throughout the whole week. So,
Yeah,
you
and
know,
even that evening we did a lot of little things, right? Like it was almost kind of like reflecting from the week. We did a little bit of mediumship, we did a little bit of cards, and we did a little bit of chatting, and
yeah, yeah,
it was a fun evening. And um I got to practice a little bit at myself and got to know some of the students. I did know a few of them, which was nice to see them again.
yeah,
And that was my first time meeting Janessa in person. So she's very
yes,
sweet. And but yeah, we
yes,
definitely had a lot of fun. And like I said, it was really cool to see, other people doing, their talents, right?
Yeah.
Using their intuition and their skills and you know,
Yeah.
and even with the people that I worked with, definitely had lots to say about Bev and say like how they loved her and like they just if it wasn't for her, those kind of comments. And so at the same time I was like, oh
Mhm.
my God, I'm really proud of my sister for helping these people on their journeys and just leading them to where they need to be, right? And following their path.
Mhm.
It really was. It was not that I haven't seen you do your thing, but it's just also nice to see and hear
Totally.
from other
Yeah.
people, about how you teach and support, right? And I know you're all about
Yeah.
support, and it was really lovely to just see it in that type of an environment. We've done things together as
Mhm.
workshops and all that, and it's a little different, but this one was different because
Yeah.
it's your intuitive circle and your class and your students, your past
Yeah.
students, and so it was just really nice
Yeah.
um to hear all the positive things that they said. And yeah, it was really, really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed myself. Yeah.
It was a fun evening.
Yeah, it
I
was.
really had a great time, and thanks for that. It's an honor to, as you
Yeah.
know, as we always say too, it's
Yes.
such an honor to work with people
Yep.
and have them trust in us
Hmm.
and guide them however that looks on their journey,
Yep.
whether it's physical, energetic,
Yep.
spiritual, emotional, all the things. It's just incredible. And I do love supporting people. I love teaching
Yep.
people. I love holding space for people, and I love
Hmm.
building community and bringing people together as well, because
Yep.
from what I know on my journey and others' journey as well, is that they just feel so alone and they want
Hmm.
to connect with like-minded people. And so I'm always like, come and hang out and, meet people that are like-minded and just have
Yeah.
some fun. So a lot of them were saying last month that it was the most fun that they ever had on a Friday night in a long time.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just felt so good. And I said, well, it's because you're here and you feel free. You get to be yourself. You're
Yeah.
playing, you're raising your vibration. You feel so good when you leave. I know one of the other students, Maritza,
Yeah.
was also saying it was like a spiritual spa that she went to. She just said she just felt amazing after, and that she could really
Mhm.
do anything. And
Yeah.
that was super sweet to hear.
Yeah.
And one of the other students that came this time, um, she had mentioned that one of her friends was asking what she was up to, and
Oh yeah.
she's like,
Right.
"Well, I'm going to a what she call it, a psychic play date."
Yeah.
I was like, that is so awesome. Yep, that's exactly what it
Mhm.
is. So it's just,
Yeah.
we got to feel like we were 5-year-olds just having fun and playing and
Yeah.
just using our what they would classify as imagination, but just using our abilities. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
it was awesome. I was so honored to have my sister there hanging out at our circle, hanging out with past students as well. And they got an opportunity to meet and work with her too. So it was a lot of fun.
It
So,
was.
so much goodness this past week. So, and then it was like, okay, I just felt like I was starting to get some energy coming back just
Mhm.
recently. I had an amazing sleep last night. So probably I was just like, oh, okay, I was
Yeah.
exhausted. I had a really busy week, just managing company, also working. Just
Yeah.
we had a lot on the go. So
Yeah. I
yeah, it
agree.
was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
and for Thanksgiving, we ended up going out to Manitou for the day. Went
Right.
and played some tennis, and we hung out in the pool, and that was awesome. We've never done that on a Thanksgiving, so and it was a beautiful day. Like the weather was just
Mm,
gorgeous. So yeah,
was.
no plans. We didn't. I was asking my students on Sunday, how many of you had turkey dinners? Some of them had like 3, 4 dinners all
Oh my
weekend, just
God.
busy. Yeah, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, I didn't have one turkey dinner, but that was okay. I was
Yeah.
okay with that. It was
Yeah.
just, yeah, so good. And it was so
It
great to have
was.
Shelly here. And we also wanted to
Yeah.
announce that we are
Mhm.
having a mini retreat
Yes, we
in
are. We
November.
planned. Yeah, we were planning. So
We were planning. And as
we
Shelly
were.
was talking about the retreat that she was at, and she had
Mhm.
kind of said some key words about, preparing for winter.
Yep.
And our retreat, if you haven't seen it yet, is a seasonal transition mini
Mhm.
retreat with the Empath Sisters.
Yep.
And this is going to be held on Saturday, November the 9th,
Yep.
2024. I'll just throw that in there. And it's also going to be held in Saskatoon at my healing center, Bev's. If you
Mhm.
don't know who's talking right now, then it's Bev. Yeah, it's at Bev's
Yeah.
place. And it's going to be an all-day retreat. It's from 9 till 4.
Mhm.
And there's going to be a light lunch. There's going to be some beverages. There's some stuff in the morning as well that'll be provided.
Mhm.
Um, what else? We're going to do a lot of things. This is going to
Yes.
be a special day of preparing for our seasonal transition ahead into, you know,
Well,
the
we're,
W word.
yeah.
Most people don't like it. But you know what I was saying to my students? It's so good to just embrace it. Just embrace every season, to not
Yeah.
hate the season. There's so
Mhm.
much beauty that comes with every single season. And I personally love winter. I don't know if it's because I am a winter baby, and it's not because I love winter sports. Let me just tell you right now, I don't do winter sports. It's not my jam. I have tried. It's traumatic and it's just not my thing. But I do love winter for the beauty of it. I love the frost. I love the crunching of the snow. It's so grounding for me. I love how everything looks so clean with the
Mhm.
white everywhere. It's so beautiful. There's
Yeah.
so much about winter that I love, and it's the sweaters and the coziness and the, comfort food. And
Yeah.
I just I love it so much. And I know, like, everybody likes daylight. I know we need sunshine and that's
Mhm.
important, but I really do like that it gets darker. I don't know why.
Oh.
I just feel it makes you feel
Hmm.
cozy. And but that again, that's just my perspective and how I feel
Yeah.
about winter. But
Mhm.
this is what we are preparing for, and it's going to be a beautiful gathering, a beautiful day
Yeah.
of
Having
lots of
fun.
things.
Yeah, having
Yep.
fun, being creative, um,
Yep. There's
and
going to be
even
lots of
just some
connecting.
slowing, yeah, and slowing down, right? And
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
yeah, we thought we would do
All
something
about
together,
slowing
and
down.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
It's going to be so fun. We have so many things prepared and planned as usual.
yep.
We tried to not super jam pack it like we did our retreat in Manitou last year or last year. Oh my gosh,
It
this
was
year
this
in
year,
June. Oh man, jumping timelines. Look at me go.
right?
Um, yeah, so we didn't jam pack it. It's beautifully planned. So we've got a
Mhm.
really beautiful flow. It's going to be a lot of energy and excitement at the beginning and a whole bunch of things that we're doing. And then it's going to gradually slow down to
Right.
the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I am so excited. So we hope that some of you will be able to join us. We know it is
Yes.
going to be happening over a long weekend. So if you are in the Saskatoon area and you want to hang out with us for the day and you want to come and take some time for yourself to also prepare for the transition ahead,
Mhm.
we would love, love, love for you to come and join us. And the cost is 222.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you're welcome to reach out to us at empathsisters@gmail.com, or of course on our social platforms as well if you would
Yeah.
like to
Yeah.
claim a spot. There's just limited seats. The space isn't huge. So
Right.
the things that we have planned, we don't have a whole lot of space. So if you do want to snag one or you want to come with a friend, let us know. We'd love to
Yes,
have you.
we would totally
Yeah.
love to have you. And yeah, like Bev said, we just thought we would do something so that we, you know, could prepare us for the winter months ahead,
Yeah.
um and just to kind of like, be in that mindset,
Mhm.
right? Of just enjoying, like Bev said earlier about winter, embracing the winter and just
Yeah.
kind of going with the flow with it. And we thought, what better way to do that than having like a little day retreat for yourself, right? And
Hmm.
so, if you're looking for something to do, and like Bev said, you're in the Saskatoon area, please,
Hmm.
please, please join us. We would love to have you. So, Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess even if you're not in the Saskatoon
Yeah,
area
that's
and you
true.
want
Yeah.
to come all that way,
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like
then you
if you're
sure
going to be
can.
in the Saskatoon area from wherever you are.
Yeah, definitely. Come and
Yeah.
join us. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Mhm.
You might know some people there. You might make some new friends, make some new
Right.
connections. If you have a business, I mean, it's great to meet other people. It's
Yeah.
just, it's beautiful. And it's all about you, really. It's just
Yes.
about you. So come for you.
That's
We'd love
right.
to treat you for the day. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's it. That's our
That's
catch
all.
up
Yeah, that's
for
it.
what we've been going through. A couple signs, things we've been doing, the
Mhm.
energy. I know even clients were feeling that way through the past week with the super full moon as well.
Yes.
Then we had lots of northern lights. Like we've had
Oh,
solar
yeah.
flares, and
Right.
there's been a lot of activity.
Hmm.
So not really sure how you all have been feeling out there, but I'm
Let
sure
us
to
know.
some degree. Yeah, you were probably feeling it too. But yeah, let us know. Drop us
Hmm.
a comment or reach out to us and
Yeah.
let us know. Or if you have any pictures of what you snapped for the Northern Lights, share them because they're just
Yeah.
so pretty. And some of
Oh,
them show up like so bright on your
yeah.
cell phone when you're taking a picture.
Yes.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
where
Yeah.
when I was in Manitoba, that's where I saw them. And I had
Yeah.
never seen Northern Lights be red. And like they were red and
Wow. I haven't seen
beautiful.
red either.
Yeah. And we were out there taking pictures and yeah, it was amazing. I couldn't believe it. I had never seen red like that. It was,
Wow.
yeah, beautiful. I might
Just
have to
so
share some, but
beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah, you
beautiful.
should. Were they
Yeah.
dancing?
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
see them moving?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then, of course, your typical greens and pinks and purples, that type of thing. But
Yeah.
we had never seen red before. And so, yeah, like they were
Yeah. I haven't either.
beautiful.
That's incredible. We
Yeah.
did drive out of town a little bit to try to catch them, but it was a little bit cloudy and I
Oh,
think just too much light pollution that it wasn't as
like
bright.
bright.
You could
Yeah.
see them and knew that they were out, but it wasn't anything like some people had posted. Like
Oh,
even
I
in the
know.
Saskatoon area, I was like, how did you get those? Because it looked so dull when I saw them.
Right?
But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, they're just unreal.
they're magnificent, honestly.
Yeah, it was, and honestly, it wasn't even just the one night. It was like, it felt
That's what I mean.
like
Yeah,
days
we
of
just
it.
had a lot.
Hmm.
And I don't know, this might just speak to how smart I am. But I'm not even really sure if people do get to see Northern Lights anywhere else, or is it
I,
just really here?
well, I think that they
Like, I don't know.
do. Yeah, I think, oh, I feel like
Yeah,
there
see,
are
I don't
certain,
know.
I think that there are certain areas of the world that don't get to see them because I do know that
Yeah.
there's some people have said like I've never been able to see, Northern Lights
Mm,
before. So I
yeah,
would have to say that there are some places. Now,
cool.
I would say I would say Canada would be
Yeah,
able to see them. I don't know. I can't,
yeah,
I shouldn't speak for that, but like I do feel like, you know, I think we
yeah,
would, for most part, we would. But I do know
yeah,
there are some parts of the world that do not get to see,
yeah.
you know.
I didn't think so because I feel like I've heard somebody say that they would, and this could be some maybe when I was in the States.
Yeah,
I might have talked with somebody who said, "Oh man, I'd love
yeah,
to plan a trip to come up to see
right.
the Northern Lights, right? Because they want
Yeah,
to have that experience." And I was like, "Wow, that's cool. Like we're so lucky,
we are
you
lucky.
know,
No,
we
we
are
are.
super lucky to have them." So
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
it was amazing. It
it
was so
was.
beautiful. I'm sure you guys all saw them as well. And we all hope that you had a really good Thanksgiving as well, and were able
Yes,
to
be
connect with
with the
your family
people.
or do what
Mhm,
you wanted to do, be with your people. And
mhm.
I know that I definitely want to close by just saying, I'm super grateful. I know Shelly and I are both very, very grateful and very blessed to, I think, just have each other
Yeah.
and then in turn having each other, and being on this journey as well and being
Mhm.
spiritual and being open and just that it has like led us to being able to be here to have fun and be the Empath Sisters and
Yeah,
connect with all of you and the
yeah,
fact that you all listen and you come to our retreats and your workshops, and it's just we
Yeah.
are so honored and so grateful. So a lot of gratitude goes out to all of you. So
Yes.
I just want to say thank you so much.
Yep, I agree. I'm not going to repeat everything that Bev said, but
Yeah,
I feel the
that's
same
fine.
way. I do. We say it, you guys, if you don't
Every
know by
episode,
now,
I
we say
think.
it every episode. We are totally
Literally.
grateful for you. So, but
Yes, we
I
are.
agree with Bev. Like, I am grateful for her, and I am grateful for our relationship, and yeah, I am very grateful.
Yeah.
So,
Very
yeah.
grateful for the time we had together too, and
Yes.
also connecting here today. So thank
Yeah.
you everybody for tuning in and listening to the Empath Sisters today. We are sending you lots of love, light, and gratitude wherever this may find you today. Take care,
Yes.
everyone.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.